Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amritvani program. His Grace Rupa Vilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. Thereafter, Her Grace Rupaji Radha Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। Sri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. Along with the devotees from Bengal came a gentleman named Kalidasa. He never uttered anything but the holy name of Krishna. Kalidas was a very advanced devotee, yet he was simple and liberal. He would chant the holy name of Krishna while performing all his ordinary dealings. When he used to throw dice in jest, he would throw dice while chanting Hare Krishna. In this connection, Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati warns the men of this age not to imitate the jesting of a Mahabhagavata like Kalidas. If someone imitates him by playing with dice or gambling while chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he will certainly become a victim of offenses unto the holy name. As it is said, Harinama Bale Pape Pravatti. One must not commit sinful activities on the strength of the chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Playing with the dice is certainly gambling, but it is clearly said here that the Kalidasa did this only a jest. A Mahabhagavata can do anything, but never forgets the basic principles. Therefore, it is said, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vidneya na Bhujya. Vidneya na Bhujya. No one can understand the activities of the pure devotee. We should not imitate Kalidasa. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 16.5 and 5 to 7. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 16 January. You cannot do all kinds of opposition, but we shall go forward. The karma will pass. You may bark. So take all these things as Krishna's mercies and engage more enthusiastically. Why should we be defeated? Calcutta, January 16, 1977. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Abhay even wrote to the Ford Foundation in Detroit, and the staff assistant wrote back, regret to advise you that we are unable to pursue your suggestions concerning the establishment of an association of the intelligent class of people. The Ford Foundation has no program in which specific ideas such as you described might be included. Although most of his suggestions were rejected occasionally, he received the words of appreciation. A certain Dr. Muhammad Sayyid, PhD, a professor at the University of Allahabad, wrote, you seem to have assimilated the universal teaching of ancient India, which is really laudable. And the governor of Uttar Pradesh replied, you are doing noble work, for nothing is nobler than to be God minded. Not only was Abhay giving advice in his letters, but he was hinting that he could also give a practical help. If he could obtain institutional backing, he was prepared to do many things: teach classes, manage temples, teach temple worship, and initiate devotees, as well as organize various kinds of field work to propagate the principles of Bhagavad Gita. Usually, he did not spell out exactly how things should be done, but he pointed to the philosophical defects in the present methods and the superiority of working in accord with the Vedic literature. By the grace of his spiritual master, he knew the science of applying Bhagavad Gita to almost any situation. If one could, if someone would only show interest, he could teach that person the superiority of working according to the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण धन्वत प्रणाम आदेश काले यदानम अपितृ भस्यते असत्कृतम अवज्ञान ज्ञातम तत्तमसम उदाहृतम Translation And charity performed at an impure place at an improper time to unworthy person or without proper attention and respect is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ब्राह्मणा समादृक्सन्तो दीनानां समुपेक्षकः स्रवते ब्रह्म तस्यापि भिन्ना बन्धात्पयो यथा. Translation The great sages began to think that although a Brahmana is peaceful and impartial because he is equal to everyone, it is still not his duty to neglect poor humans. By such neglect, a Brahmana's spiritual power diminishes, just as water kept in a cracked pot leaks out. Hare Krishna. CC Madhya 5.100 Ekasera anarandi kariya samarpana Taha khana tomara sange kari bagamana. Translation Cook 1 kilo of rice daily and offer it. I shall eat the rice and follow behind you. Hare Krishna. Danvat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Shri Shri Radharas Bihari Bhagavan ki Jai. Lalita Sakhi Vishakha Mata ki Jai. Giriraj Govardhan Maharaj ki Jai. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai. Gaurang Nitai Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Morning chantings program ki Jai. Samvet Bhakta Vrind ki Jai. One should not try to imitate the great Vaishnavas. It is said Shivji can drink the poison, but the same poison, if you want to drink, it is not possible. So there are certain, you can say, standard of action which only a Mahatma can do. What Srila Prabhupada did, it is not possible for you and me to do. What our great Acharyas did, it is not possible for you and me to do. Because they were empowered personalities, and that's why they made many adjustments in their way of things. But we cannot imitate them, but try to simply follow and strictly see that we first do our sadhana and we do not do any aparat, especially on the name of the holy name. We should not do more and more sins, because this is one of the greatest aparada, that the four regulative principles we try to break on the strength of the holy name. That is very bad. And at the same time, there are seva aparat, there are Vaishnav aparat, and dham aparat. Aparat is so subtle that it goes inside and you do not know also that you are doing aparat. And that leads to the fall down in the bhakti. The prime reason of somebody leaving the bhakti is aparat. The caravan will go on, the word that is used by Srila Prabhupada. We should go on. The preaching movement should go on. If somebody is coming or not coming. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement of Jar Dekho Tar Kaho Krishna Upadesh, to spread the message of Bhagavad Gita, to spread the message of Bhagavatam, to give the holy name. This should not stop at any cost. In institution work, there will be problems, there will be oppositions. Huh? But the thing that we have to follow in our life is a person Bhagavat and book Bhagavat. What is a person Bhagavat? A Bhagavat is that person who is applying Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam in his life. And what is the book Bhagavat? It is the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and the Shastras. That is what we should apply in our life. And that is how we should go forward. This too should be a basis of our spiritual life. Problems will always come, personal problems, family problems, material problems, and temple problem. You cannot get out of this problem because this is material world. But the mission and the goal should not be compromised for that problem. The same foundation, Ford Foundation is today, which Prabhupada is saying, is engaged so much in building of Mayapur temple. That time they said that it is not possible, but everything comes in a time. We have to wait for the time. There was one person, this governor, the Dr. Muhammad Sayyed, PhD, a professor at the University of Allahabad. He was a professor. You have to assimilate. You seem to have assimilated the universal teaching of ancient India, which is very laudable. And the governor of the Uttar Pradesh, you are doing a noble job for nothing, is nobler than to be God-minded. And he's telling that if you can give some practical application, so some such type of letters, encouraged Srila Prabhupada. He was very much enthusiastic to little bit of encouragement. But most of the places, he was discouraged. But in spite of so much failure, in spite of so much thing, Prabhupada never stopped his mission of going forward in the preaching. We will go further. What is tamasidan? Improper place at improper time to unworthy person without proper attention. I'll give you an example. A person is coming from beer bar and he's totally drunk. He in the pocket he is having some fish curry or mutton curry, and there is a beggar outside. So the beggar is asking for something. So he is taking out a bottle of quarter and that mutton curry and giving to him. Look, tu bhi kha aur tu bhi pee. So improper time, improper place, improper person. This is called as tamasi dan. Spending money on gambling, spending money on women's, spending money for uh, terrorist activity. This all type of charity is tamasi dan. Here, we know there are 4 varna and 4 ashrams. Brahmanas knew that we are Brahmanas. And our Brahmanical quality is to be equal and to serve. Kshatriyas are required to rule. Unless and until the Kshatriya quality is not there, it is impossible to rule. And that's why they were thinking that if they, the word that is used, It is not his duty to be neglect the poor and human. By such neglect, a Brahmana's spiritual power diminishes, such as the water kept in the cracked pot leaks out. So the Brahmana cannot neglect the people. And that's why they were thinking how to solve these problems of the thieves and the rogues and these dakus who have taken the control of the society. So it is our movement, and that's why Srila Prabhupada says, preaching is the essence. You have to preach and you have to spread this message throughout the world. That is our duty. Lord is saying, I will come, but you will also have to cook. Huh? So every day, please cook 1 kilo of rice. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadam bhakti upashnam ashnami prayatatmana. So one thing you should understand, when you install the Lord in your house, when you do puja, bhoga offering is very, very important. You cannot eat anything which is not offered to the Lord. And every day without fail, his bhoga should be given. Whether Lord is traveling, that time also he is saying, you should offer me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.